Hey everybody, it's been quite a while since I made my last video, and I know in my previous video I said I was going to be making more videos, try to make them more consistently. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but that's okay because I've been working very hard finding some records to put on the website, needlemeetsvinyl.com, and I have one that I've just listed that has been a year in the making. Yes, a year in the making. I haven't been listening to this album for a whole year, but I've been trying to get as many different pressings of it in this year's time. And it is something super extra special, and it happens to be the Beatles' White Album, but it is a mono pressing of the Beatles' White Album. Now, I'm sure you're all asking, okay, he's got a mono pressing on here, that's cool. What does he have? Well, this happens to be one of the 2014 mono remasters. Now, I need to explain a little bit about this as to why I have this on my website. First of all, the number one reason I have it on the website is it sounds amazing. So that is the requirement for any record that I have on needlemeetsvinyl.com. Has to sound absolutely amazing. Now, I've been a big fan of the 2014 mono remasters. Almost in every single video I've ever made, when I talk about the mono mix of an album, I almost always say that I recommend the 2014 mono remaster. So, for a long time now, I've been trying to pick up as many White Album mono remasters as I possibly could. Now, they are just going for insane amounts of money on eBay and just online in general. Because when they were originally released, people bought them very quickly. Now, I was lucky enough when this first came out, I picked one up myself. So I have one in my collection. It happens to be right there. And I treasure it. I love it so much. In the meantime, though, I was able to pick up 3 more in the last year. This one and this one is also a remaster. And the other one I sold recently. But of those 3, this one right here is the best of the bunch. Now, I'm sure you're also asking, well, did he have an original UK mono pressing to play this up against? Indeed, I did. It happens to be this right here, top loader, as you can see. And I played it all of the 3 up against that one that I have, my mono. And by the way, that's a third pressing from 1968. Played it up against that, and it's pretty amazing when you compare the two because they are so close when you A/B them. They're so close. In fact, almost identical. And I hardly ever say that. I'm sure a lot of you know, almost all the time I'm always on here saying how each pressing is so different from the other one, even like a pressing with the exact same matrix numbers and all that kind of stuff. But it's amazing how much detail and how much time that the people who remastered this put into this to make it sound like the original mono pressings. And in a lot of ways, this 2014 remaster is better than the original mono pressings. And only reason I will say why it's better is because it's just clean. It's brand new vinyl. So it gets the edge over the original. And on top of it, the original mono pressings from the UK, they go for insane amounts of money. Anywhere from like $400 to $1,000 I've seen some of them go for. Just really out of control prices. But it's worth it because, as I'm sure a lot of you also know, the mono mix for the Beatles, especially from all the albums up into the White Album, the mono mix is the mix that the Beatles themselves worked on the most. They were there for the mono mixing sessions. They actually cared and put time into those mixes. So the mono really, that's kind of the Beatles' preferred mix when they released these albums. Now, my personal preference is I don't always love the mono mix over the stereo mix. And most of the time, I love both the mono and the stereo mix of the Beatles albums. And that goes for the White Album as well. I love the stereo mix, the original stereo mix of the White Album. I think it's really fantastic. I also love the mono mix of the White Album. And of all of the albums that has like the differences between the mono and stereo, I think the White Album has the biggest differences in the actual songs because there are so many instances, and I won't list them all right now, where in the mono mix, the song is so much different than in the stereo mix. The biggest examples would be like Don't Pass Me By, for example, on the mono mix, it plays at a faster speed. The other thing would be Helter Skelter on the mono mix. It doesn't have that false ending where at the end it fades out and then it comes back and you hear Ringo yelling, I have blisters on my fingers. That happens on the stereo mix, which I'm pointing over here, but it's actually my stereo mixes are up here. And on the mono mix, that doesn't happen. So there are so many instances where the mono and stereo are very, very different. Anyway, but let's get back to talking about this 2014 mono remaster. So it sounds absolutely amazing, 100% comparable to an original UK mono. And that's why I chose to put this on my website. First of all, because of price. I was able to pick up these mono remasters. They're actually pretty difficult to pick up, but I was able to get 3 of them, which was kind of amazing in itself. So they sound great, and of the 3, I was able to find this one beat out the other 2 just by a little bit, but they're all pretty close as far as sound goes. So the great thing about this is it's an absolutely near mint condition. Comes with the poster that came in here and the 4 photos of the Beatles and the special mono card that came with all these mono remasters. It's a card that when you open it up, it has the track listing, it lists the producer and the engineers, and it has a little write-up about how these were made directly from the analog mono mixes, and they were completely pressed 100% with an analog signal. So no digital, any type of digital processing at all happened with these albums, which is why they sound so beautiful. I'll show you one of the record. I'll show you both actually, because why not? There's side 1 of record 1, absolutely beautiful near mint on pretty heavy vinyl as well. And they're just dead quiet as well when you listen to them, which is really what you want. Here's the second record. And by the way, when it comes to this White Album remaster, for some reason when you put them in these sleeves, you have to put them in sideways because they're, I think they're a little bit too long, long width-wise, which is just kind of weird, but it's cool. Here's the second record. Side 1 and side 2. And just in very nice shape. I should say near mint shape, by the way. And it just comes down to, if you want to own the mono mix of the White Album and get it in just a near mint condition, the remaster is the way to go. It just sounds great, absolutely rocks, and hey, it's the way to go, unless you want to try to go the route of an original UK mono pressing, which is totally fine if you want to do that as well, but it's going to take a while to find one in good condition, and it's going to really hurt the wallet. So, if you're interested in picking up this 2014 mono remaster, head to my website, needlemeetsvinyl.com. This will go incredibly quickly. It's going to go in a flash. I have, at this point, I have a group of 8 of you who are just really obsessive, like me, Beatles fans, and as soon as I post these on the website, you guys and gals all pick them up very quickly. So, and by the way, I feel honored that you all do that, and I'm so grateful. So I appreciate all of you out there. And by the way, I also appreciate all of you out there who just watch my videos and you don't buy anything from the website. Because there's a lot of you out there as well, I should say, that we just have nice conversations about different pressings. You'll ask me questions, and you'll even ask me about, hey, should I buy this record? And I'll try to give you my best information that I possibly can. It's not all about just selling it on my website. Obviously, I want to sell records on the website because it's a little side business I have. But I'm also just enjoying talking to all of you about the different pressings. And it's fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you too as well. So anyway, go to the website, needlemeetsvinyl.com. Check this out. Stay tuned for more records because I will be posting some more. I will try to be posting some more videos as well. And hope you're all staying safe and you're healthy. And we'll talk to you soon. So bye for now.